Well, hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Nearest stream. I'm Nearest. Tonight we're going to play some Disco Elysium. It's Disco Thursday, after all. So we are very deep into... I guess I'll show my face. I'm here. Hello. Very deep into a playthrough of... Good. There we go. A playthrough. It's day 5, although that's kind of misleading. It's like a late day 5, if that makes sense. We've done a lot of stuff. There's not a lot left to do. But more than one stream for sure. Probably more like 2 or 3. Yeah, because so basically what we did last time is we talked to Titus and got him to spill the beans about the next authority. So... here are our events. Is it Thursday? I think it might be Friday. What time is it? It is Friday. Alright. Thursday. Yeah, if I confronted the pigs at 22:32 on Thursday, it's Friday now. Alright, so basically, we need to add beauty to the wall, whatever, we'll deal with that at some point. Not right now, maybe never. So, we have a couple things we can do. We're kind of midway through the church quest line, where we're trying to get the speed freaks into the church to set up a nightclub, but also we have Suna, the lead programmer of a failed gaming company, who's trying to figure out why things failed. So we've gotten what she needs, so we should be able to help her out now. A lot of this is kind of tied to that, like getting the cell to talk about her associates, make the jams harder, syncing sides with Noid. Yeah, all good. Finding the armor pieces, that's just part of the main plot. We'll get there eventually. Take on the responsibility. We need to get in the nightclub before we can do that. Okay, so we did get the whole story from Titus about the murder, etc. So we need to follow up with Class A about that. Skype leader about tattoos, shrug, finding the murder weapon, we'll find that when we find the murderer. And Whirling and Rag's secret passage. I think I'm actually going to do this part right now, just because I'm here. There's also Piss F and Fuck the World. I mean, I guess I could talk to them. So we can resolve that. We haven't been in the container yet. In the container yard. I was gonna wait until after I did the brain.
That ride is fucking lightning.
I was gonna wait until after I set up the nightclub to go talk to the container again.
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
I don't have a lot of stuff that adds to Half-Light. So am I learning a thought right now? I think I am. I think I'm learning Homosexual Underground. Yeah, we're close. 93%. Okay, let's get into the back rooms, though. Which requires looking at the window.
Behind the dockworkers,
Oh, it's still
a
locked.
ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Well, I need that key, so let's go ahead and drop a point into perception.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Let's just make sure I have all my perception stuff equipped. I think I do.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass. There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time.
All right.
A tiny special
Fair
color
warning.
in the blackness of
It
the thicket,
is
hanging from it.
the NCAA tournament day, so if I'm staring over here like this, it's because I'm watching an basketball game. Anyway,
It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
someone hid a key in the bush, pointed the window.
Huh?
Need your guys to hand the key to me. Can you let me slide by so I can grab the thing?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The hawthorn's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you. The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in?
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you, nodded the old man. Does anyone know why this key was hanging outside the union box? I wonder what doors does it open?
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
Okay.
It could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door. It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. So
Okay, bye. I don't think I have anything more to talk to Titus about.
It's you again. What is it?
Bye. Okay. Let's see if Jean has anything more to say.
Again? I can't believe it.
Nope.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery. The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years, but then the lock clicks. Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb haunted by regal spirits from distant ages. No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
Oh, you're no fun. This pinball says Franco Nigerian. The theme is horses and swords. This pinball is white Diora. The back glass shows a female figure in mourning. Note, NB, the spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window.
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
Let's take a closer look. Pull out the machine.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
I don't know that I want to do this right now. This is a good way to waste time later. But I'll read lean closer and read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak. Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people. The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble.
Sorry, switching games. That one was in halftime. Anyway.
The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
What's with all the goats?
Indeed. Think of them as balls.
Let's just make sure that I can play the...
Over there, in the corner. Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle.
Okay, we can go back to it later. Alright.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
Run your finger across the dust of the white Diora machine.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminate.
Ooh, I want to get 2 Real and 10 experience.
Some kind of
What's white Diora?
inane pinball theme, probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
Diora was one of the 3 crown cities of the DeLorean era, on the Muindi Isola, the others being Ria Silvia and Advesperasket. This theme is all about early airships and beautiful, sad, pearl-laden women. It's quite nice, actually. The Lieutenant grimaces looking at the machines.
Okay, racism alert. Oh wow, this game is not close at all. Alright, anyway, how about we fire one of these bad boys up and play some ball?
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
He looks away.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
Sounds like you don't enjoy pinball, Kim.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
He doesn't.
What about that other one, the Franco-Nigerian ball? Want to play that?
No.
Okay.
Kim, Pinball, Kitsuragi.
Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka Kimball.
Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
Hey, Kimball.
What?
Uh-oh. Hey, Silent, what's up?
So now he remembers.
He looks at you in the silence of the workshop, then takes his glasses off and cleans them. Eh, no worries, dude. How you been?
Fine. I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations.
Wait, but I can't remember anything else.
Wonderful. He only remembers hearing about the pinball policeman.
You really don't seem to like pinball.
No human being should.
Almost,
It is a
but doing
game
better.
that
Well, I'm glad you're doing
requires no
better.
skill and a childlike affinity to
Sorry, you were
French
going through some
light
rough times
and
there.
to fantastique, science-fiction, and historic romance franchise. It is lame.
Why do you call it pinball?
I am not called pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy.
How did you?
Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
Lame.
Unbelievably. To do that, I needed to become
Oh, it's gone to shit. Okay,
pinball
that sucks.
I trained for 9 months. The job was successful, and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide.
Hope it's manageable at least.
End of story.
You're a juvie cop for 15 years?
That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming. as was playing pinball.
So that's why he doesn't want to talk to Kuno. Trauma and stressor disorder from being a juvie cop.
So that's why you don't want to talk to Kuno.
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents.
Alright. You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi to me.
Not only to you, I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi to everyone. Now we really need to continue our sweep of what appears to be a secret path through the whirling.
Secret tunnel.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
7 Remake, that is a game that I still need to play.
Smells of nougat and
it's on the list.
Your head brushes up against the ceiling.
Star Ocean, I played one Star Ocean many years ago.
To your right.
Never finished it.
Just enough
Probably
room
play that
for 2
sometime
people
too.
to fit in.
It's pretty fun though.
The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
Remake is good, Rebirth is better. I believe that. I've heard Rebirth has like is good, but it has a lot of like really repetitive side quests. 300 hours, oof, that is a long time. Fair enough. So the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
This elevator was last maintained in the future? No, a long
At
time
the end
ago.
of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain
gross.
minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital.
RNG
Maximum
item
5.
crafting and material gathering for a trophy.
It appears this
That's
whole
lame.
enthusiasm is sarcastic.
Wonder what the elevator is used
Seems
for.
like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
He taps the guttering light bulb. It's golden in the dark.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descente, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken.
Oh, good.
A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long, long time ago.
Okay, so third round in the dungeon. Super boss has an unreasonable amount of HP. One shot your team members. Fun. Sounds like fighting Yayasma in Final Fantasy 12. Good times. Up we go. Small windows taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. Oh yeah? I guess you could probably, if you set yourself up right, do really well against guys, man. It's got schematics for the pinball machine, futurism themed. What's this? What do it do? Empathy and hand-eye coordination. That's actually pretty good. Pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
This used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
5 Judges Fight. I don't think I ever did that one. Did I do that one? Is that in the plot? It's been a long time since I played 12. That one is like higher on my list. I'm going to play that like next month. I've been threatening to play Final Fantasy 12 for like 5 years. It's time.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Ah, so I think you can do it international. Okay, that's probably in Zodiac Age then. Some nasty fun I can give myself if I hate myself.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hearties bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Rolling in Rags was once East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all that's left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
Everything's connected, Ken.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Looks like they gave up on fixing pinball machines at some point.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
Oh, that's no fun. I don't want to use a RNG manipulation calculator to cheese fights. Psh. Ah, fair enough, fair enough.
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of
The
man
doomed
who likes his
hostel?
establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells.
Footsteps.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
He looks at you.
This is so good it makes him forget the whole Kimball memory.
It was a stereo investigation after all.
Haha!
It has now converged with our main investigation, adding a new fact to consider.
Okay, what does that mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind Classia's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Okay, let's have a close look then.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than Vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways. This print is unlike one left by a regular worker boot. It is not a brand sole with logos on it. It seems custom-made or old-fashioned.
Prints look like one person went back and forth.
Between that and that.
He points to the elevator in one corner, and he points to the bar door. Print doesn't look like the odd-soled print we found at the hanging, Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually. They are not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
This doesn't look like the worker's boots from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Still a boot.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Let's move on. Oh yeah, we got a thought. Thought complete.
Homosexual underground. Maybe you should stop obsessing about your own and other people's sexuality. Feels like it's about time to do that. You thought about this for 8 hours? Not only should you stop, you should tell Kim you've stopped obsessing about other people's sexuality too. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Unless you already got him killed because you were obsessing about your sexuality. There's no way of telling from within your brain. But for your own sake, please say you didn't.
Oh my god, is that all it is? What? Wow, just think about something for 8 hours and nothing. Alright, well we're putting that in the... actually, I'm looking this up. Oh, hold on. No, we have one thing to do and then we'll swap off at this one. One thing to do, then we'll put something else up. One thing. The doomed hostel question mark? This question yet to be totally answered. Is the whirling in rags a part of the doomed commercial area? Talk to guard about this, see what he thinks. Alright. It's a tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other side.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I think I can see into Classier's bedroom from here. What are the people doing in there?
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there.
You can barely see through. Better not
Oops.
to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Finish thought.
This is the inside of the barred door you've seen before.
So what's on the other side?
Unless we've veered off into a folded M dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could ask Glacier about this route. See how she reacts?
Folded M dimension, a reference to the popular science fiction series In System. Look who's in a good mood suddenly and reads science fiction. Yes, it is quite likely that we will re-emerge on the M plane. Brace for psychokinetic impact. Or the roof.
Or the roof on by the door. The roof! Hey, Classier.
It's always good to see you.
She cracks a weary smile, leaning back against the railing.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
Okay, so we have a lot of volition. How many points do I have, though? 3, okay. We'll come back to that one in a minute. Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
She puts her coffee mug on the table.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You don't look surprised. You're expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police.
Human can opener.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. Is it? Something is off here. Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
That's right, okay.
Let the mist speak. She's tall and thin and tired. A twig trying so hard not to break.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
This is why we need to do the volition check.
Because of the Hardys.
She's
I
got
couldn't
us
just
wrapped
dispense
around her
with them.
little
They
finger.
were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
That's not a good enough reason. Cool, I'm satisfied with that explanation.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again.
Hold on, give me just a second. Switching games, because that game's a turkey. Alright.
A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, grey and pale violet in the morning light.
What lies beyond it? Oh, is it Shivers time?
The pale, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old world.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? Are you afraid of the moral intern? What's the RCM's involvement with the moral intern got to do with this? The RCM isn't the laptop of the moral intern, you don't have to worry.
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
She lights the cigarette. What's going on? What'd you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, Well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
What'd you do to have these people after you? What happened here the night he died? Why'd you call the cops if you're hiding? When was window changed?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
He taps on his notebook.
The job was Louisduin County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Louis-Scop conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Louis-Scop and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
That's my empathy. 5? Okay.
Lowe's cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Papalolo!
Yeah. Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me.
She smiles. I'm sure there are people who've done much worse than that. You're right, this is bad. You've destroyed what people have built. It's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into.
Sure. I'm not a war criminal.
Speaking of war criminals, let's talk about the murder.
People lost their jobs. Good people, too. Not just C-suite.
She shakes her head at the thought.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
What did you do?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
That's bad. How do you live with yourself? That's not easy to deal with. Let's get back to what happened here, okay?
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
I do drugs. I'm a cop. What I do is right. By not remembering a single goddamn thing, I don't either.
There you have it. The way of the warrior.
Alright, what happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could.
A great pain moves through her, a dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Then what happened? You don't have to continue if you don't want to. No.
He was heavy. I pushed him off.
We need to
and
know.
he
It's
fell
part of the
to floor.
investigation.
There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
It's a long pause. She just stands there, arms at her sides.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Cigarette, miss.
Oh.
Sorry this happened to you. Are you sure you're not making this up? That's a motherfucker.
So am I.
She immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
(11:30 to 12:15). I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Oh yeah.
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off. Much more than usual.
Titus said you look pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
What did you do then?
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can.
Why didn't you run away from here? As a matter of fact, why are you here now?
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who's Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader of what?
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
She says it as if it's self-evident. I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
Really? Huh, alright.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
She looks at the ground, then raises her light brown eyes to me, yours. Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would. Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby, where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Did you kill Lely?
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this.
There's a silence.
He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
Downstairs people have this crazy idea that you killed him.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me.
She's getting scared now of you, the downstairs people, all of it.
Like what?
She waits. Her high... okay. What happened to you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone.
So you're standing on the balcony in plain sight of everything.
So they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
But maybe it did?
I just don't know. I don't know anything.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why'd you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
The answer comes fast. Yep, okay.
Which is an indicator of truth.
I don't think so. Why'd you do it?
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravachol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
When was the window changed?
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Okay.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
Lieutenant glances at you, then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here? Or maybe you should take her to the station for safekeeping. She lied to you, and she's a flight risk. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. Multiface, I'm beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up with force if you want to continue pushing her.
Okay, looks like you have 2 outs on this one. I wonder if you get another one later, because... yeah, this gives you a blue one and a purple one to basically get out of her spell. I'm going to try Volition, because it's higher. Actually, I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to see if I can up...
As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all.
I was right.
If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate.
Looks like Lud did him in after all.
She's silent, holding on to her coffee mug. No vapor rises from it. It's cold. Remember this silence. The lady is dangerous. People suffer around her.
Say nothing, let her answer.
Yeah. I'd like to think he didn't love me. Or that it was chemically induced and not real.
Why?
Easier that way.
Was it? Real?
I don't know.
She looks down at the yard, then back into her coffee. Coffee. Okay, do we have any Volition stuff? I think I actually do. Hold on. I think the body armor is Volition. I could also slurp some Peralodon or something like that. Take some meth. Oh yeah, we have the data cube.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
She looks back. Time
How close are we?
moves slowly. The triangles of her
Alright.
face
One more
rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona.
Persona.
We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit. Miss Aranye Disco Dancer, you want to put your hand on her back and feel it arch.
What's happening?
Nothing, just time passing. Don't worry, you are not a fool. Anything out of the ordinary and you would be notified. Air moves in your windpipe. Your heart beats. You're a detective. Get back to detecting.
Am I being beguiled?
She presses her elbows against her waist and slowly turns her head. Her hair brushes her shoulders, making a small hissing sound, almost imperceptible.
Come on, Perception, you're supposed to be one of the helpful ones.
The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
Alright, let's drop a point into Volition. Try it again.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you.
What?
You know these guys? Who, me? Yes, he's talking about you, you sinewy idiot. You too. Me? What have I done this time? These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust them anymore.
Oh my god!
Believe it.
Believe it! Which ones exactly are affected? How did this happen? Does this mean she's been lying to me? What's her plan? I've been talking to myself long enough. Let's get back to it.
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume. All of them. Bullshit, man. I ain't compromised. Especially that guy. That guy's the most compromised one in here.
Yeah, electrochemistry is always the most compromised.
No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick. Tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory. Truth. Softness. Protect her. She wants you. I take it back. He's got it pretty bad. But this next guy's on another level entirely. She likes you. The crown head is a boring condom. He's jealous. This is human nature.
How did this happen?
How it always does. Through subtlety.
What can I do?
There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do.
Can't you turn them normal again?
No.
Oh no. What use is this then?
It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
Does this mean she's been lying to me?
I think it's safe to assume, yes. Mr. Thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were, I suspect there would be paeans to her truthfulness. Like this. She is a lady, most fair and just. In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too.
Can I trust that guy?
A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. I don't add flair.
It's true, Volition... Well, Volition does add flair, but it adds truthful flair.
But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her.
Can I trust any of them ever again?
Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them. just not with her. A light green speck and imperfection on the outer rim of her right iris. It sparkles.
Damn. What is her plan?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one he usually does says,
All clear here, says logic.
she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly moderate. Probably compromised.
I've been talking to myself too long. Let's get back to it.
Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Don't say anything. Just close your eyes and let the moment
For a
pass.
second, her face disappears from your cornea. Only a silvery
try doing it this
negative
way.
remains. Still smiling, a tired smile.
Alright, now we need to equip drama, which we have lots of drama, and drama is kind of crazy. So let's go ahead and do that. There's the bow tie. There's the bow tie. We're getting there.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
In God's name, wake up!
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and just at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o'-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. Yes, start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush. See?
Start at the top, choose the bottom. Alright. Kim, why haven't we arrested her yet?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
You know, I think you didn't make that call to this station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergency's desk number.
See, look at that. We got 10 experience and 2 money.
Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
Anyone could know the number. Someone coughed, it means nothing.
But I know the time of the call, too. I know I have not been 100% truthful with you, officers. But I am now.
What happens? Nah, we'll skip double woman this time. Real name isn't Classier Amandu.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Her voice cracks suddenly like there's a garrote around her neck. Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
Good. You can tell me the truth.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
She's not lying now. She really is very tired. Her metabolism is failing her. The afterglow of whatever narcotics she's been taking is wearing off.
Was the passport bullshit too? That passport you kept hidden? Tell me your real name.
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds.
Yeah, boy.
It just
Every time. I don't care.
doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Maya Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Maya Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
She fears an arrest right here and now. This has been an awful turn of events for her.
Where is this boy?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds. On the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now.
Well, my perception's incredible, so I'm sure I'll be able to find it. Oh.
It's useless.
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds. We have to check this boy out.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here. Past a broken sewage pipe. Right near the waterline.
Tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Lazie.
The smile on her face is timid, almost painfully so.
It's a Grad name. Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music infused alcoholism.
Finland! Alright, anyway, not really. It's like Poland or like Yugoslavia. Anyway, hold on, Katarina Alicia is not an Origny's name, is it? Not even Mundi, it's Grad.
My parents were Zhimsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. Alasia is my father's name.
Finally we meet. Katarzyna Alicia.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. They seem moist from the wind on the roof.
Enough!
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next. Ready for the damage. She knows you're grilling her.
What if I told you you're under arrest, Katarzyna
But I
Alicia?
haven't done anything. Anything legal.
Failure to aid a police investigation.
Tampered with the crime scene.
She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
Failure to aid a police investigation. You've wasted our time in a time-critical investigation. You misrepresented information about the case. Without the Hardy's confession, we know nothing. You're a suspect in a murder investigation. You're a flight risk. That's reason enough. We're not playing these mind games with me anymore. Wag your finger next to your head. You're coming in. Industrial espionage. We hold international law here in the zone of control.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please no.
Her eyes become round with fear. She tries to back further off.
But there's nowhere to go. A two-story drop to the Plaza Mosaic. If she could, she would have run before. Fragile, unshielded. Her voice is thin and tired.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says, gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her.
Ruby.
Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
What she's saying is... sex?
Sex?
And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she is romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
Lieutenant narrows his eyes.
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Sounds like she was fixated on you. This is just sensationalism and guesses. I don't know what to make of this.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
That is a little strange. People don't usually keep things together under stress like that.
When Ruby said there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased, was she threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
She looks through the window of her room.
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
And how could she have killed him?
You've been through there, right? I saw you come out. It leads downstairs. She could have come to the roof through that, then made the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
But we investigated it, and there aren't the footprints consistent with that.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay, that's it for Ruby.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Why? She told us some pretty interesting things there. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful. She's stuck here. She's already in prison. Look around. She's only trying to help you.
Who?
Her. Stop letting her distract you.
It's all good, but I think we should still take you in just in case. Okay. I'll keep you here, miss, for now. Back off completely. Alright, do we arrest her or do we bring her, let her go? Let her go.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret it.
Something tells you, you will.
Let's talk about you and Ruby again.
She nods, then nervously pulls on her.
Okay.
Let's change the subject for the time
She
being.
slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
Lies.
She repeats, then trails off. It's unclear what she intended to say.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. She slowly.
Yes?
I have big news, Kim. Tell Kim about how you no longer obsess over your sexuality.
Okay.
I managed to stop obsessing about my sexuality. Nothing, actually. As I'm saying this, I realized that I would not be telling you the truth.
Okay. Was there anything else?
He's not the least bit curious about what you plan to say.
Screw it.
Okay. Great. Imagine all the time you'll have for work now. Matter of fact, we should get back to it right now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just one more thing, though.
What?
Thanks, Columbo. Are you part of the homosexual underground?
You didn't stop at all, did you? You are just obsessing about other people's sexuality now.
Yeah, but...
But am I? I'll spare you another 20-hour mine project. Yes, I am. Now let's get back to work.
That's the truth.
Kim.
Yes?
Never mind. Okay, let's switch this thought out then. We did what this thought allows you to do, which is basically talk to Kim about his sexuality. That's all it does. Goodbye. All right. Is there anything in here that I want or need? Let's see. Fairweather T500 would probably be beneficial. For now. That's another one that we're going to be dumping later. But does this have any negatives? It does not. Jamrock Shuffle's bad. Magnesium-based life form is actually pretty good, but I don't need it. Actual art degree is incredible, but it kind of doubles up with Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. And I'm not really built for it anyways. So I'll pass on that one. Apricot Chewing Gum Scented one is a pretty damn good one. I just don't have the stuff for it right now. Mazovian Socioeconomics is in direct conflict with Kingdom of Conscience, so I'm going to skip that one. Damn. Yeah, I guess we go for Fairweather T500 until we get through the Tribunal, and then we'll switch to Apricot Chewing Gum Scented one. Okay. Okay, we need visual calculus. Also, I'm probably going to put my normal clothes back on. And find them. That's not my normal... Oh, wait. That's visual calculus. Ha! I intended to do that. Man from Helmdall. The Helmdaller man. All right, Caruso, look at the window.
Is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
What happened here?
Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon
barely pass that.
shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
What position are they in?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
Jiggling the cable of my controller, don't mind me.
Ending him.
Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Inspect the ghostly figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Have a look at the point A prime on the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be a gun residue outside? So I'm 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from.
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago. 72%, with an antique weapon that fires military-grade ammunition. A Belmagrave rifle, for example. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium. A well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness. Too busy with their own bodies.
Could the shot have come from inside the room at closer point?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective.
Are there any arguments against A prime the roof? Well, she didn't hear the shot.
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could there have been another point of origin further away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Yes.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Alright, let's check the boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Okay, what about Land's End?
1.2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it. Possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
Okay, let's have a look at B triple prime.
1 kilometer away. A point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea, as you saw in the coin-operated viewer. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof in Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, the boardwalk, B double prime, Land's End, B triple prime, the islet.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less than the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
Blink. Alright, we got lots of new tasks. Doing plot. Okay. We got some stuff to do out in the other world or other areas. We should talk to Gart downstairs and also Titus as well. That's not what I wanted to look at. I wanted to look at the stairs. There we go.
This medicine cabinet is...
Okay, let's get the right jacket back on. It is that one. Gart. Wait, did I have a thought?
Hey, was there something you needed? Another thing. Great. I love those.
Gart, what if I told you I got into the back room behind the blue steel door?
Oh, okay. Well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
He's really holding himself back here. It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
Aren't you going to ask me what's back there?
Okay, what is back there?
Skeletons, a mausoleum of the dead, pinball machines, a pinball workshop, nothing. The black gaping maw at the end of time.
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Why, you want to play? Because I might be up for a game.
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
Thinking of turning this place back into a pinball alley? If you're thinking of selling those pinball machines, I want a fat cut. C-suite shit. Beat your chest. I'm a disruptor. Fuck that shit. I feel a capitalist plot coming up.
Capitalist plot. The pinball we have in the corner now is broken. I want to diversify the entertainment options. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Why are you looking at me?
He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
There's people on the wall.
What wall?
Upstairs in the secret back room, right next to Classier's bedroom. I found it when the pinball machines.
I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the Whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
The color has drained from his face.
Are you sure you haven't been spying on the guests?
Absolutely not. Fuck you for even implying it. It wasn't me. It wasn't my stuff. The establishment will look at it and ascertain what it was.
Sir, he was only asking a question. It's his job and mine. See that it's covered.
Yes, I absolutely will. Sorry, it's been a bit of a day. And now a hole in the wall.
Alright, you've been notified.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? I hope not.
So last time I said I couldn't go in the kitchen. Why can't I go in the kitchen? I did anyways.
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
Maybe I am a cook.
You're not. You're a menace. Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the real cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must.
I have to warn you, I may have discovered that the Whirling is part of the doomed commercial area.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
Wait, you know about this curse?
Everyone knows of it.
The Whirling is listed on the intercom outside as one of the businesses in Building B. You should get your wiring fixed. I tried to call and couldn't reach you.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the Whirling.
Hold on, not once? Isn't that already a sign of decline? Whirling was once an East Delta Pinball Arcade before it failed. It's only a matter of time before the Whirling fails too.
It's a sign of the Whirling in Rags not being part of the doomed commercial area. If anything, we're revitalizing this neighborhood.
Relax, Mr. Gart. I'm sure there is no doom. He simply wants to share his discoveries with you.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tilework, these high ceilings, the nice rooms, well, most of the rooms. For 14
Why are you looking at me like
years,
that?
Man, That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost.
He steadies his voice.
He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to him.
You really care about the whirling, huh?
Yeah, it's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way, especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way, even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
Aha! So I finally admit it.
Yes, your police skills have delivered. I'm sure you'll get a commendation, maybe even a promotion.
Who owns this place?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
Yeah, probably. Who named it the Whirling in Rags?
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song.
A song?
Hail, Holy Queen by the Ateniers.
Ooh, come on,
Hail,
encyclopedia,
Holy
tell me
Queen
about the
of sea.
Atenier.
You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
Lieutenant nods. What about those other cafeterias you manage?
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignis Nielsen and all those old ghosts.
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information with you. Encourage him.
He doesn't have to tell you anything he doesn't want. And the others?
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful in its way, but it's nothing like the whirling.
Well, good luck to you in this place, then.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help.
Against the doom, it's implied.
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we, wrap it up?
Glacier in room 3, she nicked the phone line.
Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building.
You do, it's Kim. Kim's a good guest. I bet you didn't want it to be her. Well, anyway, mystery solved. I don't like loose ends. You have Lena. Lena's a good customer. Lena's not here anymore, though.
What's that supposed to mean? Fuck you, buddy. She's not my taste.
Sylvie's his type.
Good thing she pays for her stuff on time. I'll forward her the bill and be done with it.
Fair.
Wow. She really isn't his taste. Her spell hasn't spread here.
Now, was there anything else? I have like 4,000 coasters to stack. And then I need to wash dishes because it turns out I have to do that too now. Yes?
Goodbye. Oh, I probably should have talked to him before I got rid of Homosexual Underground.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Titus, you and I have unfinished business again.
It's you again. What is it?
Tell me about Ruby. Okay, I talked to Classier. Now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
He leans back and regards you with curiosity. Because she's your real leader, I'm going to level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Lely's killer. I've seen her in a laudanum-induced delirium. The paranormal instinct whispers her name in my ear. Look, I need to pin this on someone, and I've decided to pin it on her. I suspect she killed the victim, that's why. A civil war is brewing, and the only way to prevent it is to solve the murder. That means talking to Ruby.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
Throws a glance at Titus as the last syllable leaves his lips. The big guy sighs.
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
Okay. You can tell that you're in the late game whenever the checks look like this. Okay, so we have with 3 logic, which is not that much, a 72% chance of getting a impossible 18 rank check because we found the key in the union box. We saw the winch outside. It was staged like a play, the hanging. We reconstructed the murder scene, found the antique rifle. Classier gave motive, and we found the secret route. Just to make this a little bit better, I'm going to go ahead and equip a couple of items. I mean, I could dump a point or 2 into... Oh, wow, I can dump 7 points into logic. I don't have the experience for that, but I could eventually. Let's go ahead and equip some stuff, though. Oh! Game's tied. Hell yeah. I mean... I don't need authority. Titus Hardy doesn't care about authority. We're fine. People. People. The Toque is it's +2. Okay. Nice. Anyway,
It's you again. What is it?
it was like the concept of Harry just changing his clothes every 5 minutes in front of other people. Oh, took the lead. Okay, if I roll a 2, I lose. We rolled a 3. Good thing we don't have the precarious world.
The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night, 11:30 to 12:15. She was here during all that time.
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
What's the karaoke stage? She didn't go to the toilet. She didn't go to the bar for a drink. She didn't go out for fresh air for one smoke.
No.
In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe.
90
went
seconds.
Out too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl. Always has been.
This complex operation is probably something illegal.
Just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He's been through it. That means he suspected her too. All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
You do agree the shot came from the roof, right? A skilled Sambo artist could have climbed up the outer wall like a spider. Yeah, let's skip that one. There's a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof. Have you noticed the winch out back on the outer wall of the whirling?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
There's a 72% chance that the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
I analyzed it on the spot. Turns out I can do that. Yeah. Big lab. Back in Jamrock, the Jamrock Ballistics lab.
No, you can't. I know what you did here on the weekend. People talk. And what they say doesn't sound like a science call. You're a madman.
Porque no los dos.
Those numbers were an ass pull, man.
Yeah, and they don't put hair on the roof either. It's just mambo jumbo. He hasn't got shit.
Oh.
He looks sincerely curious. Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
Good one, Kim. From there, a door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside.
Thank you.
The lieutenant is glad he got the floor plan right there.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
I also found footprints upstairs in the old workshop.
Footprints. Recent.
Recent.
What else could you make out? How recent? What size?
They're about a week or two old.
That close, huh? How fortunate. I'll take a thorough look at those prints myself before I believe that call. Good news is, I'm still listening.
Okay. Guess I remember that key I found here, point of the window.
I don't like guessing, Carl. No one does.
It opens the steel door in the kitchen, the one that leads upstairs.
I'm kind of skipping the bad options this time.
This key was right here, with you.
The
all the time.
irrelevant ones. You didn't find it, but Ruby did. That's actually got up there.
Quit jumping to conclusions, Theo. You took that key. Did it look like it was recently put there?
No, the ribbon was old. Faded. It'd have been there for 20 years at least.
She could have made a copy. She could have just put it back there once she was done. Yeah, maybe I was jumping to conclusions.
And then put it back. Why? It's damn interesting you found it there. But it doesn't fit with Ruby. And you know it.
I don't know that.
It doesn't fit well, but it fits, and he knows it.
We firmly established that Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot. Move on.
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand.
Close.
If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt, in the shape of a gun.
Guys, this is Revachol. Anyone could get a gun around here. Anyone. I've analyzed the bullet that killed him. It was jacketed. There's a small 28% chance that the shot came from beyond the roof. Okay.
Look, fucko. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have shown me the gun if she had one. She knows I love guns.
Yeah, everyone knows Glenn loves guns.
I don't know, Glenny. Ruby's a little secretive, isn't she?
Damn it, Shanky.
Like she told you every little thing.
Look who's finally speaking. Ratty's been uncharacteristically quiet since you started theorizing. Maybe he has something to gain from implicating her.
Come on, guys. She's one of you. Of course she's carrying... All of you are. Claudia said Ruby takes care of things. You don't do that without a gun in Revachel. So you like waving guns at people's faces? Doesn't mean she does too. All right.
Nah. This kind of heat is not easy to come by. It took us some time to get gunned up to where we are now.
Still, he's thinking about it now. And he knows gunning up has nothing to do with this.
That looks antique. A Bell McGrave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
Cellar under the bookshop. It was hidden there with others just like it.
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
Okay. I see your point. There are guns lying around. Damn it. I thought we'd found all the old spots. Why was that still there?
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit.
So...
The man shrugs and looks
So
at
it
you.
had to come from a breech-loading rifle. Military grade. Not even you militia monkeys have those. This goes against your everyone has a gun theory. If it was military grade, how'd Ruby get it?
You just showed him a breech-loading gun.
I just showed you a breech loader that any child could have.
A broken old broomstick is what you showed me. But point taken.
He nods.
Time to really close the deal. Show them the bullet.
This is the bullet that did it. 4.46 millimeter. The Bell McGrave uses the same caliber. No. Let's not get dramatic. Fuck that.
The blonde man looks at the mushroomed Deathbringer in the evidence bag and says,
Yeah, the bitch is jacketed all right. 4mm too.
Whoa.
Well, goddamn. It's not proof, but it's a possible murder weapon. Close to her. Too damn close. You have been thorough. I'll give you that.
Let's say I'd prove she had the murder weapon, just so we need to find her.
All right. Keep talking. I'm getting a bit curious about some things myself.
Pete, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up. Claudia told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby. Maybe it's part of a leadership challenge against you, Titus. When Claudia came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know something was wrong. Maybe she killed him because she thought she could do a curry favor with you. Nah, that's not it.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Shanky, let's assume you killed him.
I didn't do it, fucker. It wasn't my plan.
You probably did, though.
It's just a thought experiment. Think, Shanky. You killed him. You got up there, shot him, cut down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your buddies as part of a lynch mob or alone for committing murder?
Fuck you, man. I would never fuck my guys over like that.
He squeaks with indignation.
She didn't either. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Opening them cans. Not quite. Claudia told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby.
Yeah. Like what?
Sex. She wanted sex from her. Apparently she had a thing for Classier.
A thing? You mean?
He tilts his head to the side and falls silent.
Yeah, but they're both girls.
Ooh, is it time for my feminism to kick into gear?
Girls like girls too, Angus.
Oh, yeah, the
Sometimes.
homosexual underground. He gets
This
it.
is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
I know it's bewildering for me too, but that's what she said. Come on, guys. She hangs out with you meatheads. Can't come as a surprise. The supernatural, blah. Scary ass. She probably went to university and learned it from a liberal, what Kim said.
Fuck you. First he says she's murdered him. Now she's a who? It's a lie.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there.
I like Alan. He's like a brutal killer, but he's very straightforward.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
Oh, there's lots of reasons why.
She didn't fuck you, 'cause you're 40, and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
Light laughter sounds off in the room. It feels nervous. Claudia said she made advances on her and she thwarted them.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass.
She did tell us when we were close to arresting her. She just told us. Ruby made her scared and she spilled the beans.
That Ruby is queer as cabaret, now that I start thinking about it. I don't know why I didn't see it earlier.
Looks out the window pensively.
And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a Hardy. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit...
And then, boss, use us to cover it up? I mean, that's just fucked up.
If it's true. But it's not. Right?
Claudia came downstairs. Ruby appeared to know something was wrong.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Yes, roll your eyes. Female intuition, that's what it was. You're right, Eugene. Yes, she's just got her shit together. Or that's how she knew. Or she knew what happened because she killed him.
Yeah.
The man seems unsure of himself.
Wishful thinking has no place in a police investigation. A more serious consideration that you wish to avoid is that she knew what happened because she did it.
You have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Want to know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of? You!
I told you. You.
Me as in the RCM, me personally?
Yes, you. The cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
No wonder she's afraid. I've come to declare the ending of the human experiment. I'm sorry, God, why does everything flee at the sight of my shadow? I had no idea she'd be scared of a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head.
Sure. Normal.
He says without smiling.
You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans.
And then when they're all empty, just move onto the next can. Don't look back unless there was something you missed.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just?
Yep, your open cans that are empty now. I have your contents. Ho ho ho.
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Silence. He nods.
Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener?
You are insistent.
Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This caught Titus. This caught heat. But she was too scared.
Scared? You should be too. A strange fear creeps over you. A metallic taste in your mouth.
Do you have any clues on
Change the subject.
On where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
You're all here. Who's out looking?
Lizzie needed some air.
So she didn't go tell Everett.
No one goes to tell Everard anything. He knows what he has to know. Fast.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
Can you tell me where on the coast I should start
Sure.
looking?
There are some shit houses there. A cinderblock town. Fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a lorry man.
It's not much, but it'll have to do. Go!
It'll have to.
He puts his hand out. Shake it.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite.
We've earned Titus Hardy's respect. Hooray. Alright, let's get out of here. I am also going to take a quick break right now. Going for a couple hours here, so seems like a good time. Ads are going to run in a minute as well. So, yeah, I'll be back in a minute, guys. Stay tuned. Alright, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Let's get back to it. Nope. Thought.
You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you? That Ruby of yours?
Yeah, and?
Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Clasia. It was nice and Ruby-centric in the end.
What do you mean?
Anything strike you a bit off about this mishmash?
Well, the bullet didn't have to come from the roof. It could have come from anywhere on the coast. The bullet was jacketed. Those don't just lie around everywhere, do they? Turns out the bullet was an antique. The footprints in the pinball workshop didn't fit the odds of like all of those things.
Absolutely. It could have come from anywhere, but you're suddenly so certain it came from the roof behind the window. Good point. It is rather rare these days, but do continue. True. Strange how you conducted the whole advanced ballistics analysis and then hand-waved it? No, they didn't. Notice how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it. Neither did you.
I'm not thinking about this.
That's right. Finish thought. Just finish it and conveniently go on. She's watching you leave right now. You know that. Free as a bird on that roof. Lighting up a cigarette and thinking, am I glad Ruby's in this shit and not me? Don't listen to this guy. The theory was solid. He's just jealous. Move on. It's no use harassing her further.
Boy, Volition sure is salty right now. Okay, let's put on our normal clothes. Men from Hjelmdal and the Hjelmdal man. Frog visor. This jacket. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Let's ask around about Ruby.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
Let's just down the road toward the horizon and glint to something.
He
in his
tries
eyes.
his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity.
Okay. I feel like I'm missing something. Because I'm not able to look into Ruby's truck yet. Alright, I feel like feeling terrible. Let's talk to this guy.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
I think you might be able to help me decipher some tattoos. Take out the picture.
Don't think so.
Grun's barely glancing at it.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea.
Who's your colonel?
Wordless, he takes the photo and looks at it. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving. Hard as a stone, but beneath it, you see dead flesh in colorful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Loincloths?
Yeah.
He's clenching his teeth. There is silent pressure behind them.
Can you tell me what the tattoo means?
What it means.
Points to one tiny star in the web of lines away from the man's heart. almost on his stomach.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Not really.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission.
Benito is one of the inhabited islands of the Seminese archipelago near the Pale. Covered in jungle, it was anchor point for the Seminese nationalists in the proxy war held on the islanders' territory.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
He licks his lips, as if drunk suddenly.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Our boy, he's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon.
His voice gets strangely quiet, a long, long way from right to work. His gaze pierces the paper.
At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old.
Okay, this isn't useful. You knew him, right?
What's the matter, militiaman? No stomach for it? This man was worth 1,000 loincloths. We're done talking here.
I think we should maybe even get going now.
There is absolutely no need to push this any further. He clearly does not think poking the hornet's nest is a wise plan anymore.
Let's poke the hornet's nest some more. Are you a mercenary hired by Wild Pines?
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand?
His neck muscles tense up. The veins on his neck bulge.
Be careful. He's holding it deep in there. Deep in, but there are things you don't want to meet. Say very quietly, is there a tribunal being convened any chance?
Fucking bug.
Breathes out slowly, his giant chest deflating and his mouth slightly open.
You hear a tiny rattle. A small radio. Cracking somewhere. An earpiece.
Thanks, perception.
I'm going to interpret that as a yes. There's a tribunal. And it won't be long until it's ready.
Yeah, it won't be long.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
Lieutenant says, his voice a soothing calm. He looks
There
at
could
you.
be weapons aiming at us right now. Somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time. The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on. It's hard to do that when you want to beat a man into a pulp instead.
Did we get... Did we get him to talk about the tattoos? Oh god. These are not in the order I want them to be in. Friday at 11:58. Is that it? Yes. Canceled. We canceled it. Alright, well, task complete. Whatever. Yeah, if you just let him talk about that story, it gets really bad. I've heard it twice. I don't need to hear it a third time.
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Fuck off. These guys are probably gonna... Oh, shit. I missed out on Renee. Well, that's too bad. Hey, Gaston.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever...
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Where's Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it, but he's really gone.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Gone? Gone where?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent.
Whoops. How'd he die exactly? Was it really that bad? Do you know what happened to his medals? I offer my sincere condolences. Old people die. You better get ready too. Wow.
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Wait, did he push himself to prove he can pull his weight and doesn't need handouts?
Guess he was about to head home, cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, cause he's gonna be buried without it.
That means the uniform could still be in the guard booth. Something to keep in mind if you really plan to give yourself the Revachol.
Do you think our conversation about his job pushed him to go there? The irony isn't lost on me, but I want... Okay.
No. René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable.
He has doubts, but right now, he just wants to move on and not think about it.
I repeat, an absolute Kent. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper. The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids and she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
Did you love him?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that...
They were frenemies. He falls silent and looks at you, eyes filling up with tears.
Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
Some right-wing loyalist slogan?
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a cunt, and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that.
Do you know what happened to his medals?
I took them for myself. Took them to remember that old cunt. Nobody knew him better than I did. And I want to remember that old cunt by something.
Strange how old cunt sound almost gentle when he says it now.
Here, something to remember your friends by.
Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young René looked so happy, and Jenny...
His eyes blurry with tears. He has to stop.
I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know René had the photo.
Offer my sincere condolences.
Yes. We are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something. Yes? What about...
Yes, we are both.
It is... I just don't know it.
Alright, where are we going now? We can talk to these guys, I guess.
That rider's... Hey, piss... Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
My half-light's really bad. I gotta get the caveat. Tell you what, let's go to the fishing village and ask around about Ruby. Maybe they'll be like, oh, she had something in her truck. And I'll be like, oh yeah, that's how we got into her truck.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
You know what I mean.
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
Okay, but you know what I'm talking about.
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
You know something, we're here to help. This is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need her to help her come out. This isn't about the union, you know. You don't have to worry about retaliation.
Ah, I should have known. This is yet another union mess. I'm not afraid of them, you know. We are not in the habit of being afraid around here.
I see, you know something, but you decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, man. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast.
Got my
What's on your mind,
suggestions
officer?
bad. Okay, Joyce is here. Hello, Joyce. Whoops. Hello, Joyce.
I'll just keep the Cordeleche in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
Aye, ma'am.
Just cast the
And it's
mooring line
jetty,
around a
by the
post.
way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, detectives.
She fastens the end of the line around the post and strengthens her back.
It's good to see you here. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
So, how do you like it here? Look around.
How do I like it?
She casts her gaze toward the village, slush melting on the cinder blocks. Construction work left half finished 10 years ago.
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name, all the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
Don't worry about that.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react.
You're right to be scared. This is all your fault. You're in no danger. The working class have no idea what's happening to them. Let's try not to be scared. This is just how the real city looks. This place is doomed either way. Say nothing.
She could easily just...
She leans against the railing, looking up at the gray sky.
Above you, there forms a quilt of altocumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay. Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly.
Have I told you how they discovered this place?
Wind picks up. Her raincoat flaps in the gust.
No, they're in Sealindian, Isla.
No, you haven't told me how they found it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
Oblivion, that's so me. 45% is around where I operate. Things are getting better, though. Say nothing.
It's a pity. Most of these people will never know what this place means, this island of matter, or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Tell me now, we have time. Tell me something else then. Well, it's good running into you.
Do we?
Sure. He glances at his watch, but it doesn't look like he does.
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you.
This story she will tell only before she leaves Martinez, at the very end of her stay.
Maybe there is something else I can assist you with while you're hot in pursuit. You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I guess I have to talk to Ruby before she'll spill that tea. Alright, looks like we're going into my humble abode.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Move the board aside.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though. Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea. You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then, something hard wrapped in paper.
What is it?
A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber. Like your own Villiers pistol, for example.
This bullet isn't for a breech loader like the murder weapon.
The floorboard isn't interested. Maybe the washerwoman is. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops. Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself.
How many bullets do I have? 2.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression.
You know what? Let's drop a point into electrochemistry. I'm gonna try this again. It's 18?
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it.
We do have a lot of electrochemistry clothes. Let's see. Still not great. I think I still need to roll.
An old mirror hangs on the wall.
Pretty
you see the
high.
reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face. It's like something snaps in you. A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long. Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you.
Let the mirror be for now.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, such as it is, without the expression. It's just hairy.
I am not going to have him shave his face. I did that once. It's a mistake. Don't do it. All right, let's put the regular clothes back on. How much Half-Light stuff do I have? Couple. I'm just thinking of maybe doing Fuck the World right now. And Piss F. While I have the alcohol boost. I do not want to put a point in the Half-Light though, so this is just how it's gonna be. Alright, let's go do it. It's a red check, we'll fail it, and then we'll come back. I mean, I guess I could save scum it.
That ride is fucking lightning.
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
No, no, no. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
Wait, how?
Suggest they're massive skulls. Come on.
Boys, with those jackets, you're gonna be Skull Kings in no time.
What? No. Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
Prospect must be a hierarchical term. Probably in the lower end.
Not even prospects and already aspiring to be kings?
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to get us killed?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Yes, we want to be cool killer skulls like you guys, but we don't have skull jackets. Well, I didn't realize it's that serious. Let's forget about this. Hell no.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
You got it. No need for cruelty.
Skull King, make shrunken heads out of us. You offer us your jackets like that? It'd be impolite to refuse.
Oh, man. Okay.
I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid.
Fuck.
The other one says, sighs deeply.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
Since you said you're more of a piss-aff kind of guy, I'll take the other one.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you.
But don't you want to express your individuality? But why not? They're a pair. We could really raise hell. Go undercover hard.
I already am expressing my
I mean, he is.
individuality.
I'm not. I don't have a jacket anymore.
Good. I wanted you not to express yours.
Cold-hearted cop.
Well, whatever. I'll take both of them. Still, it's good to know we'll have a pair in case the needs arises.
The need will not arise.
Okay, you party pooper.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with piss written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to urine. And fuck the world, all on its own, is, frankly, generic.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
The dark-haired man just stands there defeated. The wind blows.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
Kim, wear the jacket.
Yes?
Okay, plus drama minus authority, plus half-light minus rhetoric. An elegant statement, yeah, pretty much. Wait, I'm a detective? Alright, that one, and the interfacing gloves, there we go. Okay, let's go back to the fishing village and talk to, is it Imogen, the washerwoman? Is that her name? I feel like I should know that.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
She murmurs softly.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
A bullet?
Lieutenant turns to you and gives you a little nod, then turns to the washerwoman.
You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
You ran to the room to her?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
She speaks slowly, wringing out a rag. After a long silence, her hands move onto the water bucket. Some water sloshes over the edge.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from trouble before, but this seems different.
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
Alright, you said she left on Monday. Is the room exactly as she left it? What is she like, Ruby? Why do you think she left the bullet there? Heard she's a heavy drinker with anger issues. You ever witness that kind of behavior? Where'd she go?
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think. I cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything else there?
No.
What's she like?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Why do you think she left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
She looks back toward her shack, thinking.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
I have a possible explanation in mind.
I do tell.
A seagull flies overhead, obviously a bad omen. It's an exit plan.
Exit from what?
Zawardo!
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
Not a quitter, like you sometimes get, son.
I wouldn't be entirely opposed to Coach Physical Instrument, by the way. It's actually a pretty okay thought. You have to get it kind of early, though. I heard she was a heavy drinker with anger issues. You ever witness that kind of behavior?
Nothing of the sort. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit in that way. But I only knew her to have a beer on the beach while watching the sunset. She isn't what you'd call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the communal life. But I never saw her lose control of herself, the way some people do.
Where'd she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
Yeah, but Harry has the power of shivers behind his back.
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
Farther up the coast we go, then. But that place is huge. She's like a needle in a haystack. Man, I was really hoping she'd be hiding in the village. Or she shouldn't go somewhere more pleasant and less wet.
Are you sure you'd rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
The failed electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
What more do you want to know about that poor girl? Yes, let's hear those other questions. One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
She looks around, the air is getting colder.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
I'm gonna go talk to Titus again. That is the wrong spot. What? I saw the word active thoughts alter. I'm like, what in the hell is that? What are you talking about? Should be able to get into Ruby's truck.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
I want to go over a few things regarding Ruby's disappearance.
Yeah? What? She's not far.
Good fucking luck.
Yeah.
She's not.
She's not, Glenn. A little.
Where?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlog. She's not here, so I'm thinking.
Sure, it was someone else. It appears we have a ninth Hardy Boy.
Anything else you want?
Okay. Let me in. Whatever.
The woman still no response.
I feel like I missed something somewhere along the line. Hey, I should have been able to get into Ruby's car. Should have been able to talk to the pale driver. All kinds of... Wait, what's this? Hypnogamma.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? Los Ardis? They're sort of like you. Preserve.
I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna go talk to Everett. Also, I'm up here, so I'm gonna collect Renee's clothes.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, Rene Arnaud. Rene left his uniform neatly folded on the table.
I suppose Rene is not going to be needing it anymore. It's a bit too colorful for my taste, though.
It's needed for work and all that. It's gonna take my shit to the next level. I'm done here.
Fantastic. Try not to wear it with other similarly colorful clothes, okay?
Okay, what do we got? So we got that, whatever, boo. And plus reaction speed. Ooh.
Before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If
Mr. Dubois, the word in Martinez is a certain police officer is once again happily reunited with his service weapon. Congratulations, my friend. I prefer my police officers old-fashioned like that, with a gun. You can do so many things with a gun that you can't do without one. Now, what can I help you with?
Look, my gun. Show it to him.
My. She's quite the looker, Harry. You can't imagine how pleased I am the two of you are reunited. Tell me, was it difficult to convince the pigs to give it up?
The important thing is I got my gun back.
I guess you're right, Harry. I appreciate you coming back to report on your progress. Now, what can Everard Clare do for you? I'm always happy to educate. Very nice, Harry. Is there anything else? Most certainly, Harry. By all means, Harry.
Okay.
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother.
Okay. I swear I'm missing something. Well, you know what? That's fine. Maybe, I don't know. I can still do what I need to do without all of the clues. It's just gonna be harder. I'm gonna talk to Colossae about Ruby. After this, we're gonna go do the dance club. You know, as we probably should have been doing this whole time. Let me in.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Why do I feel like you won here?
I really don't know, sir. I certainly don't feel like I've won. I feel like shit, sir. All the time.
She smiles. A bitter little smile. She means it.
This turned out well for you. You slipped past all suspicions.
Clearly, I haven't. We're having this conversation, aren't we? How well could it have gone? I mean...
She looks around.
The snow falls on her shoulders, then melts in her light blonde hair. Cold and soft.
I'm stuck in Martinez just like all of us. I've been up here for... I don't know how long now. I like to call this my rooftop containment facility.
What are you contained for, then?
For my sins, of course. The long-standing sins of a bad, frivolous person. For destroying my first love. For working for bad people. The list goes on and on.
Turned out well enough for you to somehow... You may somehow manage not to become a suspect.
Did I? Why do I still feel suspicion hanging over me, then? What I managed was to get him killed. I'm the love that does people in, remember?
The lieutenant looks away, over the railing. He feels uncomfortable with this conversation. He doesn't know what to add.
I don't know what to say.
It all seems fortuitous for you.
None of this is fortuitous for me.
That's it then, I guess.
She nods, slowly, carefully even. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eyes. Not malicious, but dangerous.
Alright. I don't know, man.
Again? I can't believe this.
Okay, bye. Yeah, because normally you can talk to the other truck drivers
now
about
it's
her.
turning into a kind of, high grade.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran.
The man.
Okay, well, whatever. I'm going to the church. 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 Yo, what's that? Prayer book has been left open. Nope. Excerpts from the Paracanassian Litany of Love. Nope, nope, not yet, not yet, not yet. Cold wind blows from the broken gallery and makes her skin crawl. Thanks, Half-Light.
Yes, what is it?
Seen someone suspicious, say a woman named Ruby.
What? No, no one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
Yes?
Brought you the filament. Oh, I gotta sneeze, give me a sec.
Looks like it's the one.
Alright. What's gonna happen now? Yep.
Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
Let's waste your time printing it out. There's nothing but a speck of white on a sea of ink. It's broken.
A speck of white? That's exactly what I'm hoping to find.
What do you mean?
Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper gets soaked in ink again, its evil blackness shining in the light of the mainframe. It looks eerie. This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that.
Now what?
Sona doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it.
Where? Lean closer. It's that white dot in the same place I saw it when it printed out.
Hold on.
She's behind the keyboard now, typing in some numbers that only she understands. The terminal beeps, and the light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart. Can I do anything? Still not sure that's a good idea, tinkering with the unknown.
Just give me a second. I'm almost...
She clocks up her typing speed.
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
There's a joy in her voice as she bumps her fist into the air. You did it? You found the coordinates? Oh my god, congratulations! So where is it? Where's your 2mm hole in the world?
I found the coordinates.
She lets out a celebratory laugh.
She's beaming. You can feel it in your heart. Great job.
Oh my god, congratulations.
Thank you.
She yells back with a grin.
Time for a celebratory drink, perhaps. Just a thought.
There. In the swallow.
She points at the other end of the church, where the group of water bowls forms a ritualistic arc.
Think you can help me again?
Sure.
I need you to go move those water bowls for me. I need to double-check my calculations.
You like moving things around. Moving things around is calming.
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
Sure, no problem.
Thanks.
Move the water bowls to the right position. Okay. I think this is just one object. Yeah, okay. It's like, oh, I don't have to remember this, do I? No, I don't.
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. Oh boy, this is going to be good.
Yeah, I got my morale back. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters away.
It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound.
Move the fourth bowl from the left 5 centimeters to the right.
Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor.
Easy there, Harry.
The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place after all.
It's so interesting how physical instrument becomes less of a douche the later in the game you go.
Yes, what is it?
She doesn't look up from the keyboard. I moved the water bowls to the right positions, just like you asked. What's next?
Great. Everything should be aligned now.
She stops, biting into her chapped lip.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
What's wrong?
Yeah, nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Wait, why'd you have your headphones on mute in the first place?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Isn't it just going to be silence and nothing else?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist?
She turns to face you, the mainframe throwing shadows on her chin.
What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
She grows silent, her face very pale in the cold light of electricity. What? You're overthinking this. You're right. We should be cautious. We don't know what we're dealing with here.
I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart.
Like that evil ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning.
You're right. We should be cautious. We don't know what we're dealing with here.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired.
It's scary, but we have to face it.
You're right. Let's do it.
She puts on her oversized headphones, ready to press the unmute on the keyboard.
The lieutenant takes a step back, and then nothing. Nothing happens as Sona Lokanen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary. She doesn't talk. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus. One hand cupping the headphone.
Well?
Damn it.
Come on, did you hear anything? Well, at least the world seal seems to be alright.
Yeah. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the swallow?
No.
She rests her face on her hands, massaging the forehead.
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
Silence is silence? You're sure there's more to it?
Sure.
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes.
What does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
Suna, what if we just need a better sound system?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Where indeed?
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the wall, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
Remembers the lieutenant inspecting the damage done to the arabesques.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Yes, but they could help with the speakers.
You mean the speed freaks?
She closes her eyes as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary.
Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Great, I'll go talk to them.
Sure. Let me know how it goes.
Boom.
Thanks, officer.
I don't think she actually cares that much. Or is that thankful. There we go. Help Suna with the project. So basically we need to... Now everything is get the ravers in the church. Same address the lead programmer, the Fortress accident, was looking for.
Hello again.
Seen a red-haired woman around?
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Long shadows, short shadows, quiet shadows of local children, loud shadows drunks, and also a shadow made of sticks. You breathe on your hands for warmth.
Thanks, Shivers. Never caught that reference here. Okay, that's good. No neighbors to complain about noise when you get the club going. Considering what we're trying to do here. Okay.
Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
The large-headed youth has closed his eyes, lost in the music. Sensing you, he opens them.
Incremental progress.
That's right. Found this reel of tape. Maybe you can use it to hard up Ike's jam. Give him the fixed Hawthorne free tape.
Yeah! Remix time! Tape goes here, into deck B.
Clicks the switch. The tape starts spinning.
A hand on his ear. He listens to the audio through his headphones and shouts.
Wow! Did you get this from Arno himself?
A great excitement is bubbling to the surface within him. This is big.
What do you mean?
Listen, I'm just going to show it to you. Ready?
Ready.
Now, if only we had the beat for the full assault.
Full assault, you say?
Unbelievably hyper.
Intriguing. The way I see it, Van Eyck based his remix on some famous original piece, like a folk song, something local. Seems you found an initial part with the main melody.
I think it's just happenstance. Chaos in action. Contingencies of our limited existence. That and Egghead's fantastic talent.
He nods to his friend behind the turntables.
Noid's right. Egghead's technical talent is the key.
I need to get them in the church. That's why this cutscene is kind of weird.
Something mysterious is going on here.
Maybe Arno Van Eyck lives around here and just threw a part of his song away because he thought it was shit. Andre's got it. Sounds like a local song remixed. I agree with Noid. It's just luck and Egghead's incredible mixing skills.
Be how it may, if it fits,
whoa.
it fits. Bring up the
Ooh, I don't know that I've done Arno Van Eyck. Have I? Maybe we'll do this one instead of, or once we're done with T500. I have not done Arno Van Eyck. Alright.
What about the bass? Do you have any ideas for that?
Andre looks back at you.
Yeah, I remember. You said it needs more bass.
You can't just leave it without a bass track.
Also, nothing strings to my mind right now, but I'll see if I can come up with a solution down the lane.
Yo, the warrior! The warrior of dance music!
I mean, it's dropping some pretty heavy hints about what you have to use for the bass line. The warrior, he was talking about an assault earlier. So basically we have the Door Gunner Mega Mix, which it's the right thing to use.
Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't figure it out.
Even though it's not
I
really
think the
music,
jam's
but
already
whatever.
Pretty ultra.
But it could be hyper hardcore.
Alright, bye, Egghead. Alright, Arno Van Eyck. Wait, you actually gain something from this? Okay. It's probably really bad then. The question won't leave you. Why did the melody line from a broken and discarded tape fit perfectly into a song played by some speed freaks in a frozen tent? Can it be a coincidence? Maybe it's the hand of the man-machine himself in an attempt to craft a perfect song. Maybe Egghead is actually Arno Van Eyck in disguise. Ike? Egg?
Hi again. So, how are things going? Yes? What's the deal?
Good news. I managed to convince Suna. She's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition. She needs your speakers for the project.
We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of Nordic dance music.
Speed Freak smiles happier than he's ever been before. You're gonna have to share her space for a couple of weeks until she gets her research finished.
That's fine. We can manage.
He grins, excited.
And what about the side business? Have you made up your mind?
You mean the drug lab? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's illegal, you see.
Oh man, really? You're a complete ballbuster.
Yep.
Fine. We can make do. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
That was my thought complete. Alright.
Fairweather T500. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar which
This isn't Dune, it doesn't work like that.
If I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon. None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
Bonuses, +2 hand-eye coordination against enemies in FT 500 armor. Yeah, so the big check whenever we're facing these guys is a hand-eye coordination check, so yup. We'll hold that one until the tribunal and then get rid of it. Because at that point, we won't run into any more enemies with armor, so... Do I have any bottles in here? I don't. Okay.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000?
No. No, I can't imagine that many people in here. He waves his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner.
Ecstatic vibrations. Totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
Looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honors, detective?
Okay, what do you propose as a name? Andre, Acel, what would you suggest as a name? Egghead. You must have a lot of ideas. Noid, give me your 2 cents. Suna, do you have an opinion? Kim, what would you name the club? I think I've come up with a name.
Yakokata! Yakokata! The place to be!
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else?
Hardcore to the mega.
Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene.
The amnesia.
Like the... I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia.
Amnesia! It's not amnesia, guys.
How about something simple? Like the club?
Too modern and too ironic. We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after the rave.
What about Suna? Nope.
I don't.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
Hey, Kim.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
Oh, too bad we can't ask the Crabman about
We're
this.
not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Lame.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Acel. Ideas from another level of consciousness.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
What about you, Andre?
The name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Andre's overthinking it.
Says the girl with the microphone.
Yes.
Contact Mike.
You should do it, detective. It would be good for the science.
Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
I think I've come up
You
with a
have?
name.
Well, what's the name?
Disco Elysium, No Truce with the Furies, which is the name of the novella this was based on. Revachel West.
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it?
The past is the future, but the future is dead.
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be.
And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome
Level up.
to Disco Elysium.
A light beam washes over the dance floor, bathing it in violet light.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat.
What you doing there, Andre?
I'm dancing.
Performs yet another strange pattern of moves. But it doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kind of lame.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing?
We should talk about it. We should talk about your so-called dancing.
Yes, my man.
He jumps up and down with glee, his moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of the club lights.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves? Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker setup makes everything sound much better, but the beat is still so weak.
Okay, we need to pump up the beat. Dance fever incoming. Found the melody.
It's to express my individuality.
Uh-huh.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Or it's because you're balding.
Or because I'm balding, yes. I want to fuse the remains of my hair together before it leaves me. I want to show my hair. I don't give a fuck how old you think I am. I'm 20.
How old are you, Andre?
Not 20.
What a poser. Anyway, is it important for you to be an individual?
Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that, and I have radical spikes.
Fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway, goodbye, officer.
She's whistling a melody, her trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she was doing and turns to you.
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know? But like, underwater inside a tree. And yes, I'm being more like Contact Mike, alright? Don't even bring it up.
I wasn't going to, but Contact Mike is. Okay, fine.
No. I actually wanted to thank you for getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are.
How's everyone doing? Alright, I got some questions for you.
Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sauna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much, and the Crabman hasn't shown himself, thank God.
Now, can you tell me about your associates?
Sure. You helped us out. I can repay the favour. What do you want to know?
Tell me about Andre.
Andre? He's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but he is. To me, at least. He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. For what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organiser.
What does he organize? Tell me about the others.
Nothing. But then again, there's nothing to organise around here either. He really wants this church thing to work. Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything though. And he's often psyched. Looks sort of desperate, like it's his last chance or something. Or maybe he was just high. I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know?
On life, on his love. Relax, girl, we're police officers. But we're not corrupt. But we're corrupt rotten in the marrow. You can tell us about drugs and shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yes. Anyway.
Is Andre your boyfriend?
Yes.
Tell me about the others.
Who do you want to know about?
How about the Noid?
He's a four-burger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from Forberg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the Elysium. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle.
What's he do?
What do you mean do? Like for a living?
Yes.
He's a carpenter, trained and all. He's very good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work like that, in a shop somewhere.
What kind of mindset is that?
He abides by the hardcore, sir. You would have to ask him yourself.
And you?
Sir, I abide by the law.
A strange feeling. Every now and then, something feels off about the way she speaks. She doesn't change tone, but you feel as though there's more about her, and she lets on.
What's this pilgrimage you're talking about?
It's just something poor Forberg kids do every spring. To pass the time, we walk the entire length of Boogie Street, up to Jamrock, or as much as possible.
Why wouldn't it be? Seems like a weird thing to say.
Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering.
Let's say I haven't been down Boogie Street.
Okay, then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people.
It's unlikely I'll make it there. Chest pains. Need to continue drinking. But thank you.
Yeah, I hope you do.
Tell me about the others.
Who do you want to know about?
What about Egghead?
What do you mean?
What does he think he's doing when he yells all that stuff? Where's he from? How long's he been with you guys?
Oh, that. He's the party boy.
The party boy. What's a party boy?
Anodic music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backward. No offense if you like rock music though. Rock music's cool by me.
Pachoo, pachoo, swish. Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times, Gramps.
I don't know anybody anything. Conceptualization. Calm down. Goddamn right. Rock music is the coolest. Rock music forever. No offense taken. Go on. Don't have to tell me rock is backwards. I'm the future man. I abandoned rock in the 30s. Stupid rock.
Okay.
She nods.
Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in. He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy.
I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance, like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you...
Don't do it, Kim.
Anyway.
He looks around a little embarrassed of the enthusiasm of his interjection.
Actually, we don't know where he's from, or who he is, really. One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Forberg. Or maybe even Coal City. I can't remember. Maybe it was Coal City.
The worst of the banlieues. A wretched heap of closed-down mines, even west of Jamrock, on the dusty slope of Montmartre.
So I have 88 real. That means I can easily buy the sneakers and the
wants
speakers.
to exploit those people anymore.
I might do that. The sneakers are pretty good.
Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning, all night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines. There were mines? Yeah. It was in Coal City.
She nods.
Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us, or who he was. I think his name is Jermaine. People are sweet.
She says quietly.
You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes her to go silent for a moment or two. You wish you'd been there.
Who do you want to know about?
Tiago.
Oh, the crab man. Still gives me the creeps the way he moves. But he doesn't actually come down that much, just climbs around the rafters. I just tried to stay away from the crab man. But he talks to Noid. They seem to have some thing going on.
Oh, he talks to Noid? What for?
Beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess.
To do up there?
Who knows? He doesn't
Drinks
really
in
answer
the
our
mother's
questions,
love.
see? Not that it's easy to ask them. What are we supposed to do? Yell up at the tower?
It wouldn't matter. He wouldn't
Who
hear
do you
you.
want to know about? Oh, she's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today, she told me about Welkins. And she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic. Oh, she's a bit... But earlier today, she told me about Welkins.
Actually, do tell me about yourself.
Me? Again?
Yes, I forgot. Tell me about
I
yourself.
told you, I'm a silver bird.
There's that phrase again. Really reminds you of something.
What's it mean?
It means I don't answer questions about myself.
There's more than you let on. What am I not seeing?
All right,
She picks up the tape recorder and looks you in the eye.
there is.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Got some other questions.
Sure.
Catch the silver bird. How many reaction speed points do we have? Ooh, not that much. What do we got for reaction speed? Not much, I don't think.
Welcome back.
The silver bird has already flown away. I will catch it later.
How many points do we have?
Welcome back.
The silver bird.
Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to. You sure? Sure.
Okay, if we do that again, we'll take some speed. But honestly, I'm okay dumping points into reaction speed because I think I'm going to need it later. So, yeah. I tried. I only put 1 point in right now, so that's okay. Fawn pants. Yeah.
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in.
Looks around the hall, examining the carpentry.
With wonder in his sharp eyes.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority.
What? No way.
You really came through for the hardcore underground.
I guess I have enough authority that I should be
Yes,
an authority figure, I guess.
You really came
Two-hole
through
authority.
for the hardcore underground. How come?
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. Estelle using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass.
This kid's got spunk. I admire that. Better here than in that tent. It wasn't safe. I'm genuinely into the hardcore lifestyle. You wouldn't understand. I'm a corrupt cop, Kim. This is a corrupt scheme. Did it for mankind, for all mankind.
Okay.
Lieutenant keeps it laconic.
What he means is, you're right, actually. The tent was a safety hazard, and this place was deserted anyway.
Noid, what do you think about the church?
It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more.
Rubs his hand together. You say that as a carpenter yourself?
I don't say much anything as a carpenter anymore. They tried to make me into a reckoner and a leveler. Made me a bit manic, you know. I regret the time I dedicated to that profession and that worker collective. I say things more as a member of the hardcore side dance community these days.
Not gonna ask me how I knew?
Why? You're a cop. I carry carpentry tools.
How old do you think the church is? Over 300 years?
That's right. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it, on the coast here. Was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something, but I understand. Alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude. The sea, perhaps something more fundamental.
He means something paranatural. He must...
I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well.
His voice echoes in the wood cavern of the church. What style is this church built in?
A cop who's into building critique. Okay then, this is folk DeLoreanism. Lawmonger, huh? It's a subset of early DeLorean architecture.
I'm not just a cop, I'm an art cop.
Art of core.
He nods appreciatively. Okay, and what's a DeLorean architecture
Total.
like?
Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just an homespun version of it. Folksy stuff. Early mass production. They made thousands like this. Does that help you out?
What would a DeLorean building look like?
Like that woman there. Vertical, thin, white. A false image of grandeur. The source of the system is up there. You're at the bottom. They really dug that power vertical. Like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches, spires. Put you down with them. They were really into painting everything white too. Virginal shit, you know. Married shit. Virtue and tyranny.
Church isn't painted white as far as I can tell.
Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside. Before the sea wind took all the paint off.
Year after year, flake after flake, whitewashed clean, then covered in green moss. Slowly peeled by the wind, your skin crawls from the sensation as you look around.
What do you mean by dead bodies? Logs!
Dead bodies of perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total. I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, cop man? After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them, and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live. End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it.
Where's that quote from?
A Sarais man who lived a long time ago. An ancient hardcore brother.
What you're saying is you're not a big fan of the Innocentic system.
A 3,000-year-old tyrannical regime of history. Built and maintained by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. It's false core.
The way he says it, the force in false core, is invested with 20 kilotons of disgust.
I even agreed with you about the Ecclesiastes being okay with this, but you guys said the Ecclesiastes were all about love and hardcore before, remember?
I only said unity. One word. Figures of authority always misquote you.
He points to his friends.
Andre doesn't care about the Ecclesiastes. He just wants the operation to run smoothly. And Egg is a demi-beast. You shouldn't listen to what people say. You should listen to what they are. But were you wrong? The founding party is okay with everything. Look around. They don't have enough love for the human crew to oppose anything anymore. We're on our own.
Bro's dance music will supplant the system.
Anodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes, I do.
You know what this kind of stuff goes well with.
Would you have to be on drugs for that, though? I don't need to be a narc.
Your pleasure response was more like, just wondering if he has any.
Oh, definitely. How do you like the glasswork? Point to the stained glass window.
I don't. Fuck her giving me the evil eye.
That's her innocence, Dolores Day. Mind your words. I'm getting some real negative vibrations from her, too. Went inside the church and now you don't like the stained glass window.
No wonder. We have to get rid of it. Dismantle it. Can't dance with a giant mass murderer looking at ya. Not a good look for the club.
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love. Mass murder on the floor.
Alright, but she's the innocence of humanism. Humanism seems to be a pretty big deal around here, but she's pretty. Yeah, but, like, who isn't accused of being a mass murderer these days? Resettlement programs are totally okay. I'm a big fan of resettlement programs for some reason. I do feel there's something terrifying about her. Isn't she supposed to be the embodiment of the world spirit? Would you say she was, you know, human? Yeah, I'm done talking about her. I don't want to talk about her anymore.
Humanism leads to eating sugar and pigs. Humanism was invented to mass-produce billions of humans. Billions of humans can mass-produce hundreds of billions of pigs. She liked games. Her legacy, the thing we live in, isn't real life. It's a strategy for some kind of victory against a long-dead opponent. But, yo, I'm only annoyed. What do I know? No one says Arno van Eyck is a mass murderer. The Anodic pioneer Rietveld is not a mass murderer. He is not accused of mass murder. Likewise, no one says Jermaine Egghead or Andre are mass murderers. You can live entirely outside that suspicion. Billions of people go about not being guilty of mass murder. Just not her. There is. She is a party repellent and must be taken down before we can begin partying in here.
No, that's not it. It's something more. Something closer to your skin.
Take her down, crash it, destroy that window, keep it, keep the beautiful sharp shards, keep her long face and her hair.
The speed
staring grimly in the distance.
Same way. It is dark there in the back of the church. For a moment, the music echoes strangely.
Screw it.
She invented the beauty you're feeling. She and her glass cutters and iconographers. You set the standard, all right. Then you meet it. It's effective like that, but it is also very soft of core. That so-called beauty of hers.
You're right, I like it harder core, but then it seems to like it soft because it's anything but softcore. It's terrifying.
You may be onto something, Copper Man. She's got those mass murdering hips.
No.
The world spirit does not have a body. It has organs. Hardcore is an organ of the world spirit.
Raises his left hand.
This Arno van Eyck track is an organ. The carpentry and glass cutting that built this house are also organs. She's a thief, if you ask me. An organ thief. All innocences are.
Would you say she was, you know, human?
I like this question, Cop Man. She did not live the life of a human. She lived like someone who's playing a game. The life of an operator. That's not the life that humans live. She was adored. Humans aren't. I don't know about you, but they hate me. And they do not think I'm innocent or some shit like that.
Yeah, they hate this dude. Point at yourself. I don't know what you're talking about. I have thousands of fans. I'm surrounded by love and support all the time. She was a player. She played us all. It's just a game to her.
Well, they loved her. They put all their love in her and forgot all about the rest of us.
The young man lets go of the suspenders and they hit his chest with a slap. Yeah, I'm done talking about this.
It's a strange choice of words.
I don't want to talk about her anymore.
Caustic. Overflowing with negativity. That can't be helped.
Ow.
What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window?
Who knows, Volition? You're not high enough yet. Nothing, everything's okay. I don't know, it's a nice window.
Why do you keep saying that if it isn't making you feel well? Don't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about that damn window.
Let's talk about the glasswork again. I've been thinking about her.
Mass murderer. Why?
Alright, I'm done talking about her.
Okay.
How are you settling in?
Hard to say, Cop Man. Signs in here are distinctly wild. Gonna take a while before everything's properly synced. I did get to talk to the crab man, though.
Me and Tiago?
Anyway, He's been giving me kind of a psychic rundown of this place. Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us.
I mean, all his mother's love stuff and isn't too spooky for you? I mean, all his sobriety stuff isn't too restrictive for you? What do you mean?
Talking to him, I realised that sobriety can be pretty hardcore too. I gotta respect it. The man picks up on stuff, and he knows a lot about the church. I got a lot to learn from him. Good thing you didn't squash him.
Now that it's okay, talk more
Dead
about this
body,
place.
spirit entered. Sure.
What did Tiago tell you about the church?
Crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things. Things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus.
You mean there are dead bodies here?
Not like a literal sarcophagus. I'm just being metaphorical.
What's it for?
Encasement, confinement, of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isla. I think that's what the Crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs. Like, this is some old world shit the Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church surrounding it to contain it.
I don't get it. Contain what exactly? Huh, spooky. Let's talk about something else.
I don't know. And it's not something they properly understood either. What it does. But it's what this Sona person is looking for and trying to measure.
Nods toward the woman.
It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't.
The wood creaks as a gale blows by. Outside, dust particles fall through the darkness, settling down on the age-bleached floorboards. The structure does not feel particularly durable.
This building seems less than structurally sound.
No. It's pretty fucking unsound if you ask me. They should have built a club for Anodic music around it instead.
Good.
Anodic music will definitely contain whatever we're dealing with.
Those words echo in the chamber.
And if it can't, well...
He shrugs non-committally. Okay.
Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like substance.
Found a doomed commercial area in Martinez proper. Maybe it's the same thing the Ubies were trying to contain.
Like a concentric ring spreading out. The struggling villages. And that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. Yeah, a lot of failure has gone down around here.
Think there's any merit to the theory?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's not a thing we can answer, Copman. Even I have limits. I'm a limited-size person.
It's kind of... Well, if it's without substance, I guess there's nothing to worry about.
Maybe you can figure things out, Copman. I think we got on a good level here. The signs are syncing up well.
Oh, what's with the clothes?
They're hardcore.
That's it?
They're just clothes.
Are they? They look outlandish. I thought there'd be more to it.
It's just a style, you know. Normal hard style. Anyone can wear it.
Alright. They're so suspicious about everything.
Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. They don't call me Noid for nothing. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our signs synced.
Why are you called the Noid anyway?
It's short for paranoid.
May I ask why? What good is being suspicious?
A reasonable question. Say I get hurt. I want to make sure it never happens again. So I analyse the situation. Exercise caution. Caution is suspicion.
What are you suspicious of?
It'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious of sound and colour. Mechanics and chemistry also have a trueness about them. Most anything else deceives. Wants to steal your life away.
This is a good, dangerous line of questioning. You should prod him on.
What are the most suspicious things?
I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of, but if I had one, the left-right complex would be number 1. Number 2 would be their sole accomplishment. The pig wheat paradigm.
Something is off here. You feel like it should be the other way around.
Oh, don't you mean the left-right paradigm and the pig wheat complex?
No. Politics is an inert complex of daily corruption and inane think pieces. The real paradigm is economic, and it concerns pig and wheat. This is where the innovation happens. It's only a theory, but I suspect they're breeding a pig-wheat hybrid. Probably in Grad. Mental illness is a term the powers use to homogenise people. I think I don't reach mental illness. I am merely politically ill, a suspicious element.
Tell me more about the left-right
I
business.
prefer not to. Both ask the wrong questions. Any spark of light from either one is accidental. Their combined movement's only concern is producing enough pig and wheat for everyone. The end goal of humanity. The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That's what led us astray. Far from our true lives, but we may yet find a way back.
Whatever this true life is, you feel it's the real centerpiece of this mythology.
Suspicious about the production of pork and wheat.
It's our only shit. We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves.
What's bad about cereal grain? Having enough food could be a precursor for greater things. What's bad about animals? Animals are cute.
Nothing. Animals are cool, guys. I like animals too, but that doesn't mean I have to be one myself.
Well, that was certainly stimulating. I want to ask you about something else now.
His eyes flicker.
Mention true life. What would that be like?
Life is true if it's free from fear, an internal division among oneself and others. Mankind has seeds of greatness in it. A German will come, a return to trueness. It will be hardcore.
How would you go about returning to this true life?
Beats and bright lights to shatter falsehoods. Nerve impulses for the collective body. We are very much alike in basic structure. An hard enough beat would awaken everyone to a truer calling. In unity.
Just like that. The speed freak is right in your face. His eyes burning. His comrades look on worriedly. The young man is dead serious about this. Rejection of the right-left axis. Emphasis on unity. Appreciation of some primordial mode of being. What does that remind you of?
Sort of like fascism then.
Nationalism, militarism, racism, an emphasis on a leader character are totally absent in hardcore.
The words echo through the church majestically. Fair enough, just making an observation. Didn't mean it's a bad thing. But shouldn't the ones that are more hardcore rule over the ones that are less hardcore and offer them guidance?
He picks up a wrench and scratches his head with it, unaroused by fascism.
Ew, fascism. So you're advocating noise-based society. You keep mentioning hardcore. What does it mean to you?
Many non-Occidental cultures share a beat at their art. Thus, they are closer to true hardcore life. There's just never been enough of them, and they had to rely on some extremely basic percussion.
Keep mentioning hardcore. What does it mean to you?
Utmost dedication, thoughts from the spinal cord. It's a potent superlative as well.
The term also signifies certain varieties of pornography that depict penetration, just so you know.
Thanks, Encyclopedia.
Egghead usually has a better concept of the hardcore. He just really likes saying hardcore.
Hardcore!
The term hardcore also denotes a strain of pornography that depicts penetration. Did you know that?
That's a pretty hardcore coincidence, don't you think?
I don't think it's a coincidence at all.
Yeah!
Many non-Occident... Oh yeah, sure thing.
Okay. Internalize the hardcore aesthetic. Don't just nod along. Really feel it. I'm gonna take Caranoid for a sec. Let's see if we can conceptualize our clothes. on the suggestion. Suggestion's stupid anyways. Actually, it kind of is. I have 0 suggestion right now, by the way. Good times. Suggestion is basically just bad idea simulator. Bad suggestions. It does not help in any way, ever.
Yo, man. What's on your mind?
Dedicated, hyperactive, unified. You will have to add something of your own to understand this list of loosely formed qualities called hardcore. You need your own entry. Make it. Test your limits. Surpass them. Dance till you drop. Dance till you die, if you must.
Hard people, hard republic, hard cell, hard party, hard riot, hard government, hard or core membership, core secretary, core teachings, core fighters. Long live the world that gave shape to hardcore itself, a true heir for DeLorean values, 3.5 centuries, and the gift still keeps on giving. I'm going to truly wreck myself as a machine of the modern party in the final showdown between flesh and spirit. I am the law. This doesn't seem to add anything to the core.
Start the war. Hit the floor. We need more. Army of hardcore.
I am the law. Hardcore aesthetic. Fuck grammar. Not only have you internalized the hardcore aesthetic, you've also contributed to it. How hardcore could you possibly become? Low-core people come around you and correct your typos. It's hardcore here, hardcore there, hardcore there in a third instant. What's going on? Those aren't typos, man. That's how hardcoreness works. If you don't know how hardcore from our happy hardcore, then what the fuck are we even talking about? Okay.
You sure that's a good idea? Those are some
Help me contact the
serious
coalition.
frequencies you want to mess with.
Come on, Noid. I think we owe him.
Asel's right. He's one of us now.
Guess it would be pretty soft core for me to say no, wouldn't it?
You know, I was going to screw thoughtfully.
Yeah, alright. But if you're going to sync up with them, you're going to need a serious wave generator of your own. You understand what I'm saying?
What about the radio relay tower at Land's End? Is that serious enough?
Not likely. Scoped that spot a while back. It's short-wave stuff, mostly commercial. Plus, it's all rusted out.
Build it ourselves. We built this nightclub. We can build anything.
Wait, could we build a radio transmitter ourselves?
Yeah, maybe. Tech-wise, radio's not the spookiest thing around. Our part's finding an antenna big enough to align with those mega low frequencies.
There's some antennas on top of the whirling in rags.
An antenna hardcore enough to shake the whole world.
Maybe not that big, but pretty big.
Come up with a site for a mega long-wave radio antenna. Oh, I'm still wearing my conceptualization stuff. We're acquainted with local landmarks, cavalry officers' perspective, hardcore aesthetics. I guess also at the docks, there's some big stuff.
Close your eyes. Unfold your mental map of Martinez. It's morning. You're standing on the plaza before the whirling in rags. The wind pushes a piece of tear across.
Oh, this is gonna take a while, isn't it?
From the north comes the malicious laughter of 2 children.
Turn to face the bay.
Your eye follows the tiles west. You see a bench and a few twisted, pitiful trees. Then, just water. From behind you, a low, spectral voice whispers, "Nay."
Apartments.
Beyond the unkempt backyard.
Oh, we're gonna use the
rises
statue.
A monstrous assemblage of concrete, plaster, and corrugated sheet metal. The voice again, more urgent now. Nay, just a moment. That voice isn't human, and it's not saying nay. It's saying nay.
Nay. Wait, that just sounded like a sheep. Whatever. The horse statue.
Turn around. The morning sun is blinding. You bring your hand to your brow.
So, I've done 3 of these so far. 2 of them have involved this statue.
Frozen in mid-air.
The statue of Philippe III.
Centaur Man is made of metal. With the right gear, we could make it work.
Yeah! Connect the centaur to the lorries. Unite the whole roundabout in hardcore waves.
Huh? Sounds like Egg saying you could use some of the spare cables to rig up the stalled motor lorries and increase the wavelength.
The entire traffic jam is an antenna.
Which would pretty much make the old roundabout
Yup.
one giant antenna.
One roundabout, one wavelength, hardcore.
Sure, that's legal. I feel like I'm gonna need to apologize to someone.
You're a lawman, lawman.
I am the law.
Don't you get to decide what's legal and what isn't?
We have the amps, we have the cables, we're almost ready. Yeah.
He's right. All we're missing now is the transceiver itself. Soon as you find one, we'll be all set.
We're supposed to find one of those.
I don't know. Buy one? Steal one? I don't know your cop ways.
And before you ask, no, you can't have the radio from my kinema.
You know what, Kim? I'll find an even better radio on my
I
own.
highly doubt that. When I crank the volume on my dyno wave, it's like you're in the front row at the National Concert Hall.
Alright, Kim, challenge accepted.
Cop on top challenge. Not bad. Let's see what you come up with. Though
Does-
I have to say, cop cars and lorries usually pack the best equipment in town.
That's what I'm thinking. Stealing something from one of the trucks. Doesn't he have something we can use?
Can't do it. We just got this place set up. Can't go risking Egg's most important equipment.
Do radio computers have transceivers in them?
Yeah, probably. Thing is, you'd have to be an engineer to get it out. I'd stick with regular radios if I were you.
I think I saw a radio in the office near the harbor.
Some equipment from Harbour could work. Worth the legwork at least.
Alright, I guess I need to find one of those transceivers then.
While you're gone, me and Egg will get the rest of the gear together. Meet us back here when you got it.
Take care, Noid. Alright guys, I think with that I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here. It's kind of quitting time right now. We do still need to talk with Egghead and Suna, but whatever, we can do that next time, which will be next... Actually, no, we're probably not going to play this next week. We'll do it next time. Hopefully I remember what I need to do by then. Yeah, but next stream is going to be on Saturday afternoon. It'll probably be a little short. I've got some stuff going on in the evening, but I'm going to sneak in an afternoon stream. All the same. So anyhow, I hope to see y'all then. Have a good rest of your night, and catch you next time.